Welcome to the final video in the series of 10 from my graduate course, Research Methods and Communication. In this video, we will explore the final section of a scientific article, the appendices an essential component in presenting your research with clarity and impact. This series is designed to deepen your understanding of scientific writing, empowering you to communicate your work effectively. For comprehensive mastery, I encourage you to explore the other videos available on my YouTube channel. Let's work together to strengthen your scientific writing skills. Appendices in a scientific article serve as crucial reservoirs of supporting information, ensuring that the main text remains concise and focused while still providing all necessary data for in-depth understanding and reproducibility. These sections typically include detailed methodologies that are essential for replicating the research, providing step-by-step procedures, specific equipment settings, and calibration details. Additionally, appendices often house supplementary data and visuals such as extensive tables, raw datasets, additional graphs, and high-resolution images that substantiate the findings but are too cumbersome for the main body of the text. They may also contain extended mathematical derivations or complex statistical analyses, presenting them in a thorough manner that would be impractical in the main article sections. By including such detailed elements, appendices enhance the transparency of the research, support its credibility, and provide a valuable resource for readers and researchers who wish to delve deeper into the study's methodology and data. Here is the purpose of the appendices. Supporting data. Depth and detail. Appendices provide a repository for data that is too voluminous for inclusion in the main text. This might include comprehensive datasets, large-scale images, or extensive experimental results that substantiate the research findings. Verification and validation. Including raw and additional processed data in the appendices allows readers and peer reviewers to verify, reproduce, or further analyze the findings reported in the study. This openness is crucial for the scientific method, providing a basis for trust and further inquiry. Flexibility in data presentation. Data in the appendices can be presented in various forms, such as tables, charts, or code, which may not conform to the stylistic constraints of the main article but are essential for a thorough understanding of the research context. Enhancing the narrative. Maintaining focus. The main text of a scientific article needs to be concise and focused on a central thesis or research question. Appendices allow the author to maintain this focus without omitting necessary background information, detailed data, or secondary analyses that support the primary narrative but are too detailed to include in the main sections. Improving readability. By moving complex, detailed information to appendices, the core article remains accessible to a broader audience. This helps ensure that readers are not overwhelmed by technical details that might interrupt the flow of information crucial for understanding the main findings. Sequential understanding. Appendices can be strategically used to enhance the narrative by providing a sequential extension of the research discussion. Readers interested in exploring the depth of analyses or corroborative studies can refer to the appendices after grasping the primary conclusions presented in the main text. Enhanced comprehension. Detailed explanations. Appendices can include detailed explanations and elaborations of complex concepts, theories, or methodologies that are introduced in the main text. This supplementary information helps readers who may need a deeper understanding of the subject matter to fully grasp the research implications. Contextual background. Providing a detailed historical or scientific background in the appendices allows the main narrative to remain focused while still offering readers the opportunity to explore the broader context of the research, enhancing their overall comprehension of the study's relevance and impact. Visual and tabular data. Complex visual aids such as detailed graphs, high-resolution images, and comprehensive tables can be included in the appendices to offer more granular insights into the data discussed briefly in the main text. These can help in visualizing trends and patterns that support the study's conclusions. Resource for further research. Datasets and models. Appendices often contain complete datasets, statistical models, or simulation results, which are invaluable resources for other researchers interested in replicating the study or using the data for new research projects. Methodological details. Detailed descriptions of experimental setups, protocols, and adjustments made during the research process can serve as a guide for future studies, helping other researchers build upon the existing work without the need to reinvent the wheel. Software and code repositories. For studies involving computational work, appendices might include links to repositories where custom scripts or software are stored. This transparency accelerates further research and innovation by providing ready-to-use tools. Compliance with journal requirements. Transparency and openness. Many scientific journals have strict requirements for transparency and data sharing to promote reproducibility and ethical standards throughout research. Appendices allow researchers to meet these requirements by providing a detailed account of all research materials and data. Standardization of supplementary material. Journals often have guidelines on what supplementary materials can be included and how they should be formatted. By adhering to these guidelines in the appendices, researchers ensure that their work is in compliance with publication standards, which facilitates the peer review process and publication. Ethical compliance. Detailed ethical statements, informed consent forms, and institutional review board approvals are crucial for studies involving human or animal subjects. Including these in appendices helps meet journal and legal requirements, ensuring that the research adheres to ethical standards. The purpose of the appendices section in a scientific article is multifaceted and vital for enhancing the paper's value and readability. By housing extensive supporting data, detailed methodologies, and additional analyses, appendices allow the main text to remain clear and focused on the core research questions while providing readers with the resources needed for deeper understanding and verification. This strategic separation of essential but bulky information ensures that the narrative flow is maintained, thereby facilitating a more engaging and accessible presentation of the research findings. Let's delve deeper into the key elements of appendices section typically included in the appendices of a scientific article, which play a crucial role in supplementing the main content. Detailed methodologies, step-by-step procedures. Appendices often contain exhaustive descriptions of the procedures used in experiments or studies. This includes precise settings of equipment, times, temperatures, and specific sequences of operations, providing enough detail for replication, adjustments and modifications. Any deviations from standard protocols or adjustments made during the experimental process are detailed to give a clear understanding of how results were obtained and to allow for accurate reproduction of the study. Supplementary data and visuals. Extensive data tables. Large data sets that are too voluminous for inclusion in the main body are placed in the appendices. These tables can include raw data, intermediate data points, and additional analyses that are essential for in-depth statistical review. Additional graphs and charts. Visual representations that provide further insights into the data discussed in the paper, but are too detailed or numerous for the main sections. High-resolution images. Especially in fields like biology or materials science, high-resolution images that detail experimental results or phenomena observed can be included. Raw data. Complete data sets. Provision of full data sets allows other researchers to perform their own analyses and verify the conclusions drawn in the study. This is particularly important in fields where data interpretation can be subjective. Software outputs. For computational research, outputs from software or code that are crucial for understanding the research outcome. Extended mathematical derivations, complex calculations. Detailed derivations of equations and models used in the research, which are crucial for understanding the theoretical framework and methodologies. Statistical models and assumptions. Detailed explanations of statistical models, their assumptions, and the rationale behind their selection, which are important for assessing the robustness of the study's conclusions. Software and algorithms. Source code. For studies involving custom-developed software or algorithms, appendices might include snippets of code or links to repositories where the full code is available. Algorithmic descriptions. Detailed descriptions and justifications of the algorithms used, including their complexity, benefits, and limitations. These expanded key elements are essential as they provide the detailed backdrop against which the research is conducted, allowing for a deeper understanding and evaluation of the work presented in the main text. Including such comprehensive details ensures that the research is transparent, reproducible, and a valuable resource for further scientific inquiry. The writing style and guidelines for appendices emphasize clarity, consistency, and detailed documentation to ensure the information is accessible and useful to readers. Here are more detail about the writing style for appendices. Clarity and precision, direct and unambiguous. The language used in appendices should be straightforward and specific, minimizing the potential for misinterpretation. Terms should be clearly defined and any technical jargon should be explained, considering that appendices might be referenced by a variety of readers from different disciplines. Detailed descriptions. Detailed explanations are crucial, especially when describing methodologies and experimental setups. The goal is to ensure that another researcher could replicate the study using just the detailed descriptions provided in the appendices. Consistency in formatting. Standardized structure. Appendices should follow a consistent structure and format, mirroring the style of the main text. This includes the use of similar headings, font styles, and citation formats which help maintain a seamless document flow. Logical sequencing. Appendices should be organized logically, often numerically or alphabetically, to correspond with their references in the main text. This organization helps readers easily locate the information referenced. Comprehensive documentation. Extensive detailing. Every aspect that requires elaboration, such as data tables, figures, and charts, should be extensively detailed to provide full context. This includes captioning all visuals comprehensively, ensuring that they can be understood independently of the text. Thoroughness. Every claim or statement that relies on supplementary data presented in the appendices should be thoroughly supported by the detailed information provided. This thoroughness not only enhances the credibility of the research but also enables other researchers to follow the logical progression of the study. Accessibility. Ease of navigation. Appendices should include a table of contents or an index if they are extensive. Cross-referencing within the appendices and linking sections mentioned in the main text directly to their detailed exposition in the appendices helps in navigating the document efficiently. Adaptive explanation. While the appendices are detailed, the explanation should be adaptable to both expert and novice readers in the field. This may involve balancing technical detail with general readability. Use of supplementary aids. Visual aids. Diagrams, flowcharts, and other visual aids should be used where necessary to illustrate complex processes or data that are difficult to describe textually. These should be clear, well-labeled, and professionally presented to enhance understanding. Annotations and footnotes. Annotations or footnotes can be used to add context to the data presented or to direct readers to related sections within the appendices or the main body of the text. By adhering to these expanded key writing style guidelines, the appendices can serve as an effective extension of the main text, enhancing the research paper's comprehensiveness and the ease with which the information can be accessed and understood. An example brings clarity to the subject being explained. Example of a reference to appendices in the main text. In the analysis, a variety of statistical techniques were applied to assess the data, details of which are provided in Appendix A. For full survey questions referenced in this study, see Appendix B. Usage tips. Not mandatory. Only include appendices if they truly add value to the paper. Not all papers will require appendices. Accessibility. Ensure that any data or materials in the appendices are accessible and understandable to readers who might not have access to specific software or proprietary formats. Appendices are a valuable part of a scientific document, providing essential backing to the research while keeping the main text concise and focused. They are particularly useful in complex studies where the volume of supporting information is too large to be included within the main sections without disrupting the readers. Engagement with the narrative. Thank you very much for thoroughly watching Anatomy of an Academic Article video. I hope this was a valuable learning experience for you. Your support and feedback are crucial. They help me enhance my work continuously. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Don't miss out on more valuable insights. Watch my other videos to continue mastering skills like how to write an academic article. The final tip: read extensively and write frequently.